silver armor and carry giant weapons. Heavy iron boots leave muddy tracks on my clean floor. Nobody ever looks at the pathetic janitor in the back. I am just a silent shadow cleaning their bloody messes. They drop empty potion bottles and torn red bandages. I quietly sweep up the broken glass with an old broom. The rich hunters laugh loudly and drink expensive wine. They brag about the giant monsters they killed today. They show off their glowing magic cores and gold coins. I keep my head down and scrub the wet cold stone floor. The smell of cheap bleach fills my weak and tired lungs. I dip the dirty mop into the dark gray water once more. The wooden handle is rough and splinters into my palms. I wring out the dirty water with my bare, shaking hands. Cold drops splash onto my old and torn gray work shirt. I shiver slightly as the cold wind blows from the door. The grand entrance of the Hunter Guild is always open. Golden statues of famous heroes line the massive hall. They stare down at me with cold and dead golden eyes. I am the lowest-ranking member of this entire building. My monthly salary is barely enough to buy cheap bread. But I do not complain, and I do not ever shed a tear. I remember my past life in a totally different world. I was a brilliant financial genius on my home planet. I built massive companies and ruled the stock markets. I had fast sports cars and giant mansions by the sea. But a sudden heart attack ended my glorious life early. I woke up in this strange world exactly 10 years ago. I thought I would be a great hero with a magic sword. I thought I would fight dragons and save pretty girls. But the goddess of reincarnation played a cruel joke. She gave me a body with absolutely zero magic power. My mana core was completely broken and totally useless. The magic testers laughed at me and kicked me outside. I was forced to live on the dirty streets like a rat. I ate garbage and slept in the cold, dark city alleys. The proud hunters spat on me and called me human trash. I almost died from a terrible fever in my first winter. But then a strange digital voice echoed inside my mind. The ultimate wealth system suddenly linked to my soul. A glowing blue screen appeared right before my own eyes. It offered me a single contract with a very crazy rule. I had to work as a lowly janitor for exactly 10 years. I could not use any magic or fight any wild monsters. I had to endure extreme public humiliation every day. If I survived this trial, I would gain absolute wealth. The system promised me ownership of the entire world. I signed the digital contract with my own bright blood. And so my long nightmare of endless cleaning began now. I took a job at the most famous hunter guild in town. I became the invisible shadow that wiped dirty boots. I swallowed my deep pride and accepted every insult. I pull up the hidden system interface in my mind today. A transparent blue window floats softly in the air now. Only I can see the glowing letters and bright numbers. The main quest title reads, The Ultimate Patience Test. The progress bar is currently at 99%. A giant digital clock counts down the final few minutes. Only 5 minutes remain until my 10-year wait ends. My heart beats faster as I watch the red seconds tick. I have waited for this exact moment for 10 long years. I endured endless pain and suffering to reach this goal. The system secretly invested my tiny janitor salary. It bought hidden stocks and secret dungeon land deeds. It quietly purchased the massive debts of this guild. Nobody knows that the pathetic cleaner owns everything. The arrogant guildmaster thinks he is the real boss. He spends millions of gold coins on fancy clothes now. He takes huge loans from the secret underground bank. He does not realize that I am the owner of that bank. Every single gold coin he borrowed belongs to me now. The entire Hunter Association is built on my money. I own the stone walls and the shiny glass windows, too. I own the magic training rooms and the dungeon gates. I even own the very floor that these rich hunters walk. Once the timer hits 0, all the legal deeds unlock. I will finally drop this dirty mop and claim my throne. I smile softly and wipe a drop of sweat from my head. The blue timer drops to exactly 4 minutes right now. I take a deep breath and continue cleaning the tiles. I must play the role of the useless fool to the end. I will not let anger ruin 10 years of hard patience. A group of low-rank hunters walks into the main hall. They are covered in green goblin blood and sticky mud. They laugh and joke about the weak monsters they slay. One of them throws an empty glass bottle at my feet. It shatters into tiny sharp pieces across the floor. "Hey, trash, clean that up quickly," the fat hunter shouts. I do not say a single word and just grab my old broom. I carefully sweep the broken glass into my dustpan. The hunters laugh at my silence and call me a mute. He is too dumb to even speak a real word, the man says. Just ignore the useless rat and let us go drink beer. They walk away and leave dirty footprints everywhere. I sigh quietly and bring my wet mop over to the mud. This is exactly why I do not feel pity for these men. They think power gives them the right to act so badly. They think they are invincible gods who rule the city. But they are just ignorant pawns playing in my game. I control the prices of the healing potions they buy. I control the weapons they use to fight the monsters. Without my secret supply lines, this guild would die. Suddenly, a sweet and gentle voice calls my fake name. I turn around and see the beautiful lady named Elara. She has long golden hair and bright shining green eyes. She wears a crisp white uniform that fits perfectly. She is the only person here who treats me very nicely. She holds a warm paper cup of coffee in her soft hands. "You look very tired today, Arthur," she says with a smile. I take the warm cup and nod my head with real gratitude. "Thank you, Elara," I reply in a very soft and quiet voice. She sighs and looks at the loud hunters with pure anger. "They should not treat you like a worthless, dirty slave. You work much harder than all of those arrogant fools." I just smile again and slowly sip the sweet hot drink. "Do not worry about me, Elara. My luck will change soon." She giggles and pats my dirty shoulder with gentle care. "I hope so, Arthur. You truly deserve a much better life." She walks away and leaves a sweet floral scent behind. I watch her leave and feel a warm fire burn in my chest. When I rule this place, I will make her the top manager. She is the only one who passes my strict loyalty test. The system timer drops down to exactly 3 minutes. Loud, heavy footsteps echo across the grand marble hall. The heavy oak doors swing open with a very loud crash. Kael, the famous hunter, steps right into the guild hall. He wears a dark red cape and a suit of pure dark armor. His face is twisted into a nasty and very angry scowl. He just failed a major raid and lost his best fighters. Everyone in the busy hall stops talking and looks now. He marches directly toward my newly cleaned floor area. I hold my mop and watch him approach with heavy steps. "Hey, trash, get out of my way!" he shouts with blind rage. He intentionally steps into my bucket of dirty water. The bucket tips over and spills water across the tiles. Dark mud splashes onto his expensive shiny black boots. He stops and stares at his boots with wide, crazy eyes. "You useless rat!" he screams and kicks me in the stomach. I fall backward onto the wet and very slippery floor. The pain in my stomach is sharp, but I do not cry out. I just stare at the glowing blue timer in my vision. Only 2 minutes remain until my true power awakens. Kael draws his large sword and points it at my neck. "You ruined my boots, you pathetic and worthless scum. I will cut your head off right here and right now." The guildmaster walks into the room with a loud sigh. He is a fat and greedy man who loves only golden coins. "What is all this noise about?" he asks in a rough voice. Kael points his sharp sword at my dirty and wet chest. "This useless rat ruined my very best pair of boots, sir. I demand that you fire him right now without any delay." The fat guildmaster looks at me with extreme disgust. "Arthur, you are completely worthless and very clumsy. You have worked here for 10 years doing nothing good. I am officially firing you from this guild right now. Pack your dirty trash and leave my building right now." I slowly stand up from the wet and very cold floor. The system timer drops to exactly 1 single minute. I wipe the dirty mud from my old and torn gray shirt. "Are you deaf, you stupid rat?" Kael shouts with pure hate. "I said get out of my sight before I kill you today." I look at Kael, and then I look at the fat guildmaster. A loud, clear digital bell rings deep inside my mind. The glowing blue text changes to a bright golden color. System condition met the 10-year waiting period ends. All restrictions are lifted, and your wealth unlocks. You are now the absolute owner of the Hunter Guild. I feel a massive wave of pure energy rush into my body. My weak and tired muscles suddenly grow very strong. The painful scars on my hands heal in just 1 second. I stand up straight and look Kael directly in the eyes. "I am not leaving this building," I say in a calm voice. The entire hall goes completely silent for a moment. Then Kael starts laughing like a totally crazy person. The fat guildmaster also laughs loudly at my words. "You have lost your tiny mind, Arthur," the fat man says. "You are just a pathetic cleaner with zero magic power." I raise my right hand and snap my fingers very loudly. A massive golden hologram appears in the center room. It is the official deed to this entire guild building. Everyone stops laughing and stares at the golden text. The document clearly shows my full name at the bottom. I also own the massive debt of this entire association. The fat guildmaster turns completely pale with fear. "This is an absolute fake!" he screams in a loud voice. "A poor, dirty janitor cannot own the richest guild here." I smile and tap the golden screen with my index finger. The system instantly transfers all the guild funds now. Every bank account owned by the guild is now empty. The master checks his phone and drops it on the floor. His fat hands are shaking with extreme and pure terror. "You are fired," I tell the fat man with a cold smile. "And you, Kael, are officially banned from this guild now." Kael roars in blind anger and swings his giant sword. He aims directly for my neck with pure, deadly intent. But a solid golden shield appears and blocks his blade. The powerful impact sends Kael flying across the room. He crashes into a heavy stone pillar and falls down. His expensive black armor shatters into tiny pieces. The other hunters draw their weapons and step forward, but the system defense turrets drop from the high roof. Red laser sights aim directly at every single hunter. "Drop your weapons now or die," I command in a loud voice. They drop their swords and shield with absolute terror. Elara watches me with wide eyes and a beautiful smile. The fat former guildmaster falls to his knees crying. "Please forgive me, sir," he begs while bowing his head. "I did not know you were the true owner of this building." I look down at him with zero pity in my glowing eyes. "You treated me like garbage for 10 years, I tell him. You stole money from the young hunters and kept it all. The system guards will take you to the prison today." 2 massive golden robots step out from the shadows. They grab the crying fat man and drag him away quickly. Kael slowly stands up from the rubble with a red face. "You will pay for this, you dirty rat," he spits out blood. "My rich father is a council member and will ruin you." I just laugh softly and open the system market screen. I buy his father's debts with a single fast finger tap. "Your father is now completely broke, Kael," I say, smiling. "He works for me now, and so do you until your debt ends." Kael drops his broken sword and falls in total despair. The other hunters look at me with pure respect and fear. I have completely flipped the power dynamic in minutes. I am no longer the invisible and pathetic dirty janitor. I am the absolute supreme ruler of the Hunter Guild now. Elara walks up to me slowly and hands me a clean towel. "You really did it, Arthur," she says with a joyful smile. I wipe the dirty mud from my face and smile back at her. "I told you my terrible luck would change soon, Elara. From now on, you are the brand new manager of this guild." She gasps loudly and covers her pretty mouth with hands. Suddenly, a massive red alarm starts ringing in the hall. The bright glass windows shake from a heavy explosion. The system screen flashes red with an emergency warning. Warning, an S-rank dungeon break is happening outside. A massive black dragon roars and shatters the dark sky. The terrified hunters scream and run toward the exits. I just stand there calmly and crack my knuckles smiling. 10 years of silent patience have given me god power. It is finally time to show this world the real boss. I summon my new golden system sword and step forward. The giant black dragon lands heavily on the dark street. Massive flames shoot from its mouth and melt the stone. The cowardly hunters who insulted me are crying loudly. They drop their weapons and hide behind the stone walls. Kael is still on his knees, shaking with fear right now. He is supposed to be a brave hero, but he is a coward. Elara grabs my arm tightly and looks at me with worry. "Arthur, we need to run away before that monster kills us." I gently pat her soft hand and give her a calm smile. "Do not worry, Elara, I own this city and will protect it." The system screen pings again with a new combat quest. Quest title, Protect Your Investments from Destruction. Reward 1 million gold and control over the city guard. I accept the quest and feel my magic power grow rapidly. For 10 years, my mana core was sealed and totally empty, but the system was secretly gathering magic every day. It stored all that power inside my soul for this moment. Now that the seal is broken, I have more mana than a god. A bright golden aura flares up and illuminates the hall. The terrified hunters stop crying and stare at my form. "Is that the useless janitor?" one of them whispers softly. His magic pressure is heavier than the guild master now. I ignore their stupid comments and walk toward the doors. Every step I take leaves a glowing print on the floor. The giant black dragon sees me and roars with pure fury. It opens its massive jaws to breathe dark fire at me. I do not flinch as the massive wave of heat rushes at me. I simply raise my left hand and snap my fingers loudly. A giant golden magic shield appears and blocks the fire. The fire splashes harmlessly against my shield like rain. The dragon stops breathing fire and looks at me confused. It cannot understand how a tiny human blocked its attack. I smile cruelly and summon my weapon from the inventory. A massive sword of pure solid gold appears in my hand. "This is the blade of the absolute capitalist king," I say. "It costs 100,000 gold coins to swing it once, but since I own the global economy, I have infinite money." I swing the glowing golden sword horizontally in the air. A massive wave of bright golden energy shoots out fast. The energy wave hits the giant black dragon in the chest. The beast roars in agony as the light slices its scales. Dark blood erupts from the massive wound and rains down. The dragon collapses onto the broken road with a crash. It twitches once and then stops moving completely now. I killed an S-rank boss monster with a single fast swing. The hunters in the guild hall are completely speechless. They just witnessed the impossible happen right now. The system interface pings again with a success message. Quest completed successfully and 1 million gold added. You are now the absolute supreme ruler of this city. I dismiss the giant golden sword and it vanishes quickly. I turn around and walk calmly back into the ruined lobby. The cowardly hunters quickly back away and clear a path. None of them dare to look me directly in the eyes today. Kael is still kneeling on the floor with his head bowed. I stop right in front of him and look down at his armor. "Grab a mop, Kael," I command in a very cold and harsh tone. There is a huge mess of broken glass on my clean floor. You will clean this entire building perfectly by tonight. If you miss a single spot, I will double your heavy debt. Kael trembles violently, but he slowly nods his head now. He crawls over to my old bucket and picks up the wet mop. The great and arrogant hero is now a pathetic janitor. I smile with deep satisfaction and walk over to Elara. She looks at me with pure admiration and a slight blush. "Please cancel all the guild appointments for today, Elara. We have a lot of important paperwork to sort through now." Yes, sir, she replies with a bright smile and a small bow. I walk past the broken doors and head toward the office. The heavy wooden doors open automatically for me today. I step into the luxurious room and sit in the big chair. The soft leather feels incredibly comfortable right now. I place my hands on the large desk and let out a breath. I finally did it, I whisper to myself in the quiet room. I survived the ultimate test and claimed my true reward. But suddenly, the system interface flashes a red warning. A new secret message appears in the center of my vision. Warning: the Global Hunter Council detected your takeover. They are sending 3 elite executioners to kill you. Estimated time of arrival is exactly 24 hours. I stare at the red text and a dark, cruel smile forms. The real war for absolute global domination has begun. Let them come, I whisper softly as my golden aura flares. I will buy their pathetic lives and make them my slaves. I lean back in the expensive chair and close my eyes. The humming of the magic lights fills the quiet room. I can hear Kael crying as he scrubs the dirty floor. It is the most beautiful music I have heard in my life. I open the system market and browse the legendary items. I need to prepare my defenses for the battle tomorrow. I purchase diamond armor for 50 million gold coins. The heavy armor materializes inside my digital inventory. I also buy an automated magic defense grid for the guild. Invisible shields wrap around the walls and lock it down. Nobody can enter or leave without my direct permission. Elara knocks softly on the door and walks into my office. Sir, the bank managers are calling to speak with you now. They are panicking about the sudden transfer of the gold. I smile and pick up the glowing blue crystal receiver. Tell them the new boss is here and the rules changed. I hold the cold blue crystal receiver to my left ear. The fat bank manager breathes heavily on the line now. He stammers and begs for mercy in a very weak voice. I smile coldly and tap my fingers on the heavy desk. The new boss is here and the old rules are dead now. You will freeze all accounts of the former managers. If you refuse, I will buy your bank and fire you all. I will ruin your entire life with a single fast tap. The man on the phone gasps loudly and agrees to me. He promises to follow my absolute orders from today. I drop the crystal and look at the beautiful Elara. She stands perfectly straight with a glowing tablet. Her bright green eyes shine with absolute pure trust. She is wearing a clean white uniform with gold trim. I open my digital system interface to check my gold. The numbers are growing faster than I can ever count. 10 years of compound interest is a very scary thing. My total wealth is now over 50 billion gold coins. I am officially the richest man in this entire world. Every single business in this city belongs to me now. The massive system window glows with a bright border. I click on the character status page with my finger. My level was locked at 0 for 10 miserable years. Now my level is shooting up like a massive rocket. Level 10 passes by in just a single short second. Level 50 is reached before I can even blink twice. My final level stops at exactly 990. I feel raw magic power flowing through my dark veins. My muscles expand, and my old, painful scars vanish. My physical strength is now equal to a giant dragon. My magic mana pool is deeper than the massive ocean. I take a deep breath and smell the clean office air. This room used to belong to that fat, arrogant pig. He treated me like worthless garbage for a long time. Now it is my personal sanctuary and my command room. The soft leather chair feels amazing against my back. Elara walks closer to the desk and bows her head. Sir, the bank accounts are fully secured and locked. We have total control over the local hunter economy. I nod slowly and point at the empty chair beside me. Sit down, Elara. We have a lot of work to do right now. She blushes slightly and sits in the soft leather. You were the only person who treated me like a human. When I was a dirty janitor, you gave me warm coffee. You smiled at me when everyone else spat on my face. I never forget a single kindness or a single insult. I open the system shop and browse the magic weapons. I need to give my new manager some proper protection. I scroll through thousands of glowing digital items. I find a beautiful silver necklace with a blue gem. It is a legendary artifact from a very ancient ruin. It costs exactly 2 million gold coins to buy it. I purchase the item without a single second of doubt. A bright flash of light fills the quiet office room. The silver necklace appears directly on my large desk. The blue gemstone pulses with a very warm magic aura. I pick it up and hand it to the shocked young woman. Wear this, Elara. It will protect you from any danger. It has an absolute magic shield and a healing spell. It will block any deadly attack from a high monster. She takes the necklace with shaking and nervous hands. This is too expensive, Arthur. I cannot accept this gift. I smile warmly and gently push her soft hands back. You are my top manager now, and you must stay safe. I have infinite money, so the high price means nothing. She puts the glowing necklace around her pretty neck. A soft blue aura wraps around her body for a moment. Thank you so much, Arthur. I will never betray you. I know you will not, Elara, because I trust you fully. I stand up from the heavy leather chair and stretch. My new magic power makes my body feel incredibly light. Every single movement is perfectly smooth and precise. I walk toward the heavy wooden doors of the office. Let us go check on our new janitor in the main hall. I want to see how Kael is doing with his new job. Elara giggles softly and follows right behind me now. The heavy wooden doors open automatically as I walk. We step out into the massive and grand marble lobby. The shattered glass from the dragon fight is gone, but the floor is still covered in dark, muddy tracks. The cowardly hunters are standing near the far walls. They look at me with absolute terror in their eyes. They remember how I killed the dragon with one swing. Nobody dares to speak a single word when I am near. I see Kael kneeling on the floor with my old bucket. He is scrubbing the white tiles with a dirty sponge. He wears a torn gray shirt instead of his rich armor. His hands are covered in harsh and painful soap burns. His face is covered in dark mud and very cheap soap. I walk over to him slowly and look down at his work. My golden boots shine brightly under the magic lights. Kael stops scrubbing and looks up at me with pure hate. His eyes are red from crying and extreme blind anger. You missed a very large spot right there, Kael, I say. I point my finger at a tiny speck of dust on the floor. Kael grinds his teeth and grips the wet sponge hard. There is nothing there, you crazy and arrogant fool. I am doing my absolute best to clean this stupid mess. I sigh loudly and shake my head with deep fake pity. You are a terrible janitor and a very weak hunter. You do not understand the true art of cleaning tiles. I grab the wet sponge from his shaking, dirty hands. I squeeze the dirty gray water directly onto his head. The cold, dark water drips down his angry red face. The crowd of hunters gasps loudly at my bold action. You must clean with absolute passion, Kael, I tell him. You must feel the dirt and erase it from existence. I drop the dirty sponge back into the plastic bucket. If this floor is not perfect, I will double your debt. Kael screams in blind rage and tries to punch my leg. My automatic system shield blocks his weak fist easily. A shockwave of pure golden energy sends him flying back. He crashes into the empty bucket and spills the water. The crowd laughs nervously at the fallen, arrogant hero. He used to be their great idol and their brave leader. Now he is just a pathetic joke rolling in dirty mud. I turn away from him and look at the massive glass doors. Suddenly, the red emergency alarm starts ringing loudly. The bright magic lights in the ceiling turn blood red. The blue system interface flashes a bright red warning. The Vanguard assassins have arrived much earlier now. The Global Council sent their best killers to end me. 3 figures wearing dark cloaks stand outside today. They shatter the massive glass doors with dark magic. Sharp pieces of broken glass fly across the grand room. Elara gasps and steps behind my tall and strong back. Her new silver necklace glows and forms a blue shield. The flying glass bounces off her shield without harm. The cowardly hunters scream and run away in pure fear. They hide under the heavy wooden tables and cry loudly. The three assassins walk slowly into my clean lobby. They hold curved, poisoned daggers in their dark hands. The deadly poison drips onto my perfectly clean floor. The leader removes his dark hood and smiles cruelly. He has a nasty scar across his ugly and pale left eye. His armor is made from the bones of dead dark dragons. "Are you the foolish janitor named Arthur?" he asks me. "The Global Hunter Council sent us to take your head. You disrupted the natural order of our perfect world. You stole the guild from the rightful wealthy owners. We are silver rank executioners, and we bring your doom." I just laugh softly and cross my arms over my chest. "You are trespassing on my private property right now. You also ruined my very clean floor with your poison." I open the system market screen with a quick thought. I search for the mercenary contracts of these three. It takes only 2 seconds to find their digital files. They are silver rank assassins with very cheap lives. They borrowed money to buy those dark poison daggers. I buy their permanent soul contracts for 50 gold. The system confirms my purchase with a bright green ping. I look at the leader and smile with absolute pure joy. "Your lives belong to me now, you pathetic little rats. I own your debts and I own your miserable dark souls." The leader frowns and points his sharp dagger at me. "You speak total nonsense, you crazy and stupid cleaner. Kill him now and take all of his hidden golden coins." The three assassins dash toward me with extreme speed. Their dark daggers glow with a deadly purple poison. They move like fast shadows across the grand lobby. I do not move a single inch from my perfect position. I simply activate the automated guild defense turrets. 4 massive laser guns drop from the high stone roof. Bright red targeting beams lock onto the 3 killers. Fire at will I command in a cold and very calm voice. The turrets unleash a massive storm of blue energy. The loud sound of the laser fire deafens the whole room. The first assassin is vaporized in a single second. Only a pile of dark gray ash remains on the floor. The second assassin tries to dodge the deadly lasers. He jumps high into the air with a powerful dark leap. He aims his poisoned dagger directly at my bare neck. But my new magic stats give me incredible fast vision. The world seems to move in extreme slow motion for me. I see every single drop of poison flying in the air. I dash forward and jump higher than the dark assassin. I grab his thin neck with my strong right bare hand. My grip is like a vice made of pure, solid, heavy steel. I slam him directly into the hard marble floor today. The stone cracks deeply under the massive, heavy impact. The second assassin dies instantly without a sound. His dark dagger slides across the floor and stops now. The leader stops running and stares at me with terror. His grand plan has completely failed in 5 seconds. His hands shake violently as he drops his sharp dagger. He falls to his knees and begs for his pathetic life. "Please do not kill me, sir. I am just following orders. I did not know you had automated laser defense turrets. I did not know you were a supreme magic god of combat." I walk over to him slowly and look down at his face. "I told you that I own your soul contract right now. You work for me and you will deliver a clear message. Go back to the Global Hunter Council and tell them this. If they send the real executioners, I will buy them too. I will buy their entire council and fire every member. I will take their fancy castles and their magic cores." The leader nods his head rapidly and cries loudly now. He stands up and runs away like a terrified little rat. He trips over the broken glass but keeps running fast. I watch him run down the dark street until he is gone. Elara walks up to me and touches my strong right arm. "That was incredibly brave and very amazing, Arthur, sir." I smile at her and turn off the active defense lasers. The massive guns retract back into the high stone roof. This was just a tiny warm-up for the real battle later. The main executioners will arrive in 24 hours. They will be much stronger than these cheap assassins. They will bring giant monsters and dark magic spells. But I have infinite money and infinite magic power now. I will build an unstoppable army of loyal, strong guards. I look at Kael, who is hiding behind a broken pillar. He is shaking with absolute fear and crying like a baby. "Get back to mopping the floor, Kael," I shout loudly now. "You have a lot of dark gray ash to clean up right now. The grand empire of the ultimate capitalist has begun. The system screen flashes with a new golden quest box. Prepare for the absolute war against the global council. Reward is the total ownership of the entire continent. I accept the quest and feel my golden aura burn bright. The bright golden light slowly fades from my tall body. The warm magic power settles deep inside my heavy soul. I look down at my hands and see pure energy flowing. 10 years of dirty cleaning are finally paying off. The massive system window closes with a soft blue ray. I turn my head and stare at the terrified young men. They are still hiding behind the broken stone pillars. Their expensive swords are shaking in their weak hands. None of them dare to make a single loud sound today. I smile coldly and walk toward the center of the room. My heavy golden boots click loudly on the marble floor. Every single step echoes like a massive thunder strike. Kael is scrubbing the dark gray ash with a wet sponge. His tears mix with the dirty water in the plastic pail. He scrubs the floor with absolute fear in his red eyes. I do not feel any pity for this arrogant fallen hero. He tortured me for 10 years without a single regret. Now, he is learning the true meaning of hard daily work. Elara stands beside me with a bright and pretty smile. Her new silver necklace glows with a soft blue magic. She holds the digital tablet tightly in her soft hands. "Arthur, what should we do with these hiding cowards now?" She points her finger at the shaking, low-rank hunters. I look at them and cross my strong arms over my chest. "You all have exactly 1 minute to leave my building. If you stay here, I will charge you 1,000,000 gold coin." The hunters gasp loudly and scramble toward the doors. They push each other to escape my terrifying presence. They run into the dark street like scared little rats. The grand lobby is finally quiet and totally peaceful. Only the sound of Kael scrubbing the wet floor remains. I look at Elara and give her a very serious fast order. Lock down the entire building with the defense system. Nobody enters or leaves without my absolute permission. She taps the glowing screen and activates the shields. Massive steel plates slide down over the broken doors. Thick energy barriers wrap around the tall stone walls. The Hunter Guild is now an impenetrable magic fortress. I walk back into my large office to plan my next move. The soft leather chair welcomes my tired, heavy muscles. I close my eyes and open the Global System Market menu. The Global Hunter Council is surely watching me today. They lost their best assassins in just a few seconds. They will not wait a full day to strike at me again. They will try to destroy my public reputation first. They care about their noble image more than anything. I must prepare for a massive legal and public battle. I buy a legendary truth crystal for 40 million gold. This magic stone forces anyone to speak absolute facts. It will be very useful when the corrupt nobles arrive. I also purchase a global broadcasting magic artifact. It will stream my victory to every screen in the city. I place the glowing items on my heavy solid wood desk. The system interface pings with a new sudden warning. A massive crowd is gathering outside the magic shield. I tap the desk crystal to view the outside camera feed. Thousands of angry citizens are standing in the plaza. They hold bright magic signs and shout angry protests. A giant flying gold carriage lands near the main gate. 6 white Pegasus horses pull the expensive vehicle. The carriage door opens, and a tall, fat man steps out. He wears a purple silk suit covered in shiny diamonds. His face is red and twisted into a very arrogant look. I recognize him instantly from my deep system records. He is Lord Vane, the rich father of the pathetic Kael. He is a high member of the Global Hunter Council now. He holds a glowing gold scroll in his fat right hand. Dozens of magic news cameras float around his big head. He wants to make a giant public spectacle out of this. I smile coldly and stand up from my comfortable chair. This is the perfect chance to destroy his fake empire. I will humiliate him in front of the whole giant city. I walk out of the office and find Elara waiting there. Lord Vane is outside, and he brought the news with him. She looks at the camera feed and gasps with deep shock. He wants to take the guild back with fake legal rules. Do not worry, Elara. I have the perfect trap ready now. I press a blue button to open the massive front gates. The steel plates slide up and the energy shield drops. The angry crowd roars as they see me standing so tall. I wear a simple, clean black suit made of magic thread. It costs more than everything Lord Vane owns combined. I walk out onto the grand stone steps of the building. Elara walks closely behind me with her digital tablet. Lord Vane marches up the stairs with his fat red face. He points his thick finger directly at my calm chest. You are the dirty rat who stole my son's great future. You used illegal dark magic to hack the global system. I am here to arrest you and reclaim this noble office. The floating magic cameras zoom in on my smiling face. The entire city is watching this live broadcast today. I look at Lord Vane with absolute pity in my blue eyes. You speak too much for a man drowning in massive debt. Lord Vane turns purple and shakes his golden scroll. This is an official challenge from the Hunter Council. I demand a public trial of wealth and true leadership. If you cannot prove your worth, you will be executed. I laugh loudly and the sound echoes across the plaza. I accept your foolish challenge right here and now, but if I win, you must surrender all your properties. You will also join your stupid son as my new janitor. The crowd gasps loudly at my bold and crazy condition. Lord Vane smirks and nods his big head with pure pride. I agree to your terms because you cannot possibly win. He signals his guards to bring out a heavy stone box. They place the heavy box on the steps between us both. The box opens to reveal a glowing red magic artifact. This is the core of truth used by the ancient kings. It measures a person's true wealth and magic potential. Place your hand on it if you dare, you fake poor rat. I know this artifact is rigged to explode on contact. My system interface highlights the hidden bomb inside. Lord Vane wants to blow my hand off on live broadcast. I smile and open the system shop in my mind very fast. I select the option to instantly buy the red artifact. It costs 5 million gold coins to override the lock. I pay the absolute price without a single second pause. The system flashes green and claims ownership of it. I am now the total master of the rigged red crystal. I step forward and place my right hand on the red gem. Lord Vane steps back and waits for the massive blast. He covers his fat face with his hands to block the ash. But the blast never happens, and the plaza stays quiet. Instead, the red crystal turns into a bright, pure gold. A massive beam of gold light shoots into the dark sky. The light forms giant floating numbers above my head. The numbers display my exact current bank account sum. 50 billion gold coins shine brightly in the night. The entire crowd goes fully silent in absolute shock. Lord Vane drops his fat hands and stares at the light. His jaw drops open and his eyes bulge out of his head. That is totally impossible, he screams in pure terror. The artifact must be broken, you dirty, cheating coward. I remove my hand from the crystal and laugh out loud. The artifact works perfectly fine, Lord Vane, I reply. Now it is your turn to show the world your real gold. I step aside and point at the glowing golden crystal. Lord Vane hesitates and looks at the flying cameras. He knows he cannot refuse the test on live broadcast. He slowly walks forward with shaking, fat, sweaty hands. He places his trembling palm on the smooth, warm stone. The golden light instantly turns into a dark, ugly gray. A new set of giant floating numbers appear in the air. The numbers are bright red, and they show a minus sign. Minus 10 million gold coins, the crowd reads out loud. Lord Vane is completely bankrupt and drowning in debt. The angry citizens start laughing and pointing at him. He is a massive fraud who steals money from the poor. Lord Vane falls to his fat knees and cries out loud. "This cannot be happening," he sobs into his fat hands. "I am a noble council member and I demand real respect." I walk down the stone steps and stand right over him. "You lost the public challenge, Lord Vane," I say coldly. "According to our legal contract, I own everything now. I own your massive mansion and your flying carriage. I even own the purple silk suit that you are wearing." I open the system interface and execute the transfers. The white Pegasus horses are instantly sent far away. The golden carriage vanishes into my magic inventory. Lord Vane screams as his expensive suit turns to dust. He is left wearing only dirty gray peasant underwear. The crowd roars with absolute laughter and pure joy. The magic cameras zoom in on his pathetic, ugly face. This is the ultimate public humiliation of my enemy. 10 years of suffering are finally being repaid now. Elara walks up to me and hands me a clean wooden mop. I take the old mop and throw it right at Lord Vane. It hits his fat chest and falls onto the stone steps. "Pick it up, Vane," I command with a voice like cold iron. "Your new job starts right now in my big hunter guild. You will clean the toilets with your bare fat hands." Lord Vane grabs the mop and nods his head with tears. 2 system guard robots march out of the main doors. They grab his fat arms and drag him into the building. The crowd cheers loudly for my absolute huge victory. They chant my name like I am a glorious, strong king. "Arthur, Arthur, Arthur." The massive crowd yells at once. I raise my right hand, and the plaza goes fully silent. "Citizens of this city, I speak into the magic cameras. The Global Hunter Council has been stealing from you. They tax your hard work and buy expensive shiny toys. But today, the era of their corrupt rule finally ends. I am the new absolute owner of this entire big city. I will lower your taxes and increase your daily wage. I will protect you from the monsters and the nobles." The crowd erupts into a huge wave of loud applause. I have won the hearts of the common people right now. My social reputation points skyrocket in the system. I unlock a brand new title called the Merchant Hero. It grants me a massive boost to my charisma stat now. I turn around and walk back into my magic fortress. Elara follows me with a look of absolute pure awe. "You are incredible, Arthur," she whispers in a low voice. "You defeated a powerful noble without a single sword." I smile and gently pat her soft shoulder with care. Money is the sharpest weapon in this entire universe. It cuts deeper than any magic blade ever forged here. We walk back into the grand marble lobby of my guild. I see Kael and his father scrubbing the floor today. Lord Vane is crying loudly as his fat hands bleed. Kael is yelling at his father for being so useless. They are a perfect match made in pure janitor hell. I leave them to their misery and enter my big office. I sit down in the soft leather chair and take a rest. The first big battle is won, but the war is not over. The Global Hunter Council will be absolutely furious. They will send their entire army to crush my empire. I open the system market to buy more base upgrades. I need an army of my own to fight their dark knights. I browse the legendary mercenary pages in the shop. I find a legion of ancient stone golems for sale now. They cost 1 billion gold coins to fully awaken now. I click the buy button and watch my big wealth drop. But it does not matter because I earn millions fast. The ground beneath the guild building begins to shake. Deep in the secret basement, the stone golems wake up. They have glowing blue eyes and massive heavy fists. I can feel their total loyalty through the magic link. My new army is ready to crush anyone who opposes me. Elara brings me a fresh cup of hot, dark, sweet coffee. She places it carefully on my heavy, dark wooden desk. Thank you, Elara, you are the best manager in the city. She blushes deeply and looks down at her shiny shoes. I just want to serve you well, Arthur, she says softly. Suddenly, the red emergency alarm starts ringing loud. The blue system screen flashes with a critical alert. Warning. A huge monster horde is approaching the city. They are led by the Grand Master of the Noble Council. He uses dark, forbidden magic to control the monsters. He plans to destroy the entire city to kill only me. The estimated time of arrival is exactly 10 minutes. I stare at the red warning text and my blood runs hot. The Council is willing to kill millions of weak lives. They are truly evil and must be completely destroyed. I stand up from my desk and grab my solid gold sword. Elara looks at me with pure, deep terror in her eyes. Arthur, what is happening outside, she asks with fear. The final boss is coming to play our little game now. Stay in this safe room and watch the magic screens. I will handle this pathetic old fool all by myself. I walk out of the office and head for the main doors. The stone golems march up from the dark, deep cellar. They form a massive, solid wall of rock behind my body. I press the button to open the heavy steel front gate. The dark night sky is filled with massive red dragons. The ground shakes as millions of giant goblins march. A man in dark black armor rides a giant bone dragon. He holds a glowing purple staff that drips dark slime. He is the Grand Master, and he wants to take my life. I step into the cold wind and point my golden sword. Let the final battle for total, absolute power begin. I open my system interface and check my massive stats. My physical strength is currently at the absolute max. My magical defense can withstand a falling meteor now. I look at the Grand Master floating in the dark night. He thinks his giant monster army can easily crush me. He does not know that I bought the entire city grid. I tap my digital screen and activate the street traps. The stone roads suddenly open up and reveal deep pits. Millions of screaming goblins fall into the dark holes. Sharp metal spikes impale them at the very deep bottom. The Grand Master roars in anger and points his staff. The red dragons dive down and breathe massive hot fire. I do not even blink as the flames wash over my shield. My golden magic barrier absorbs all the deadly heat. I snap my fingers and command my stone golem army now. 10,000 massive rock giants leap into the dark sky. They grab the flying red dragons by their long necks. The golems crush the dragon bones with their bare hands. Dead monsters rain down upon the broken city streets. The Grand Master watches his powerful army die so fast. He realizes that he made a very terrible mistake today. He tries to turn his bone dragon around to run away, but I instantly buy the airspace above the entire city. An invisible magic dome traps him inside the battle zone. There is absolutely no escape from my ultimate wrath. I bend my knees and jump high into the cold, dark air. I fly directly toward the terrified old Grandmaster. My golden sword glows with the power of infinite wealth. I am going to end his corrupt life with a single strike. The entire world watches my epic battle on live screens. I will prove that I am the true god of this new world. I raise my blade and prepare to cut the dark sky open. The Grand Master screams and casts a dark shield spell. But my golden sword shatters his magic like thin glass. The blade stops exactly 1 single inch from his neck. I smile coldly and look deep into his terrified eyes. Your life belongs to me now, you pathetic old coward. I open the system market and prepare to buy his soul. The war is almost over and my absolute victory is near. The system cannot process this specific soul trade. A loud error sound echoes inside my busy mind now. The Grand Master smiles with a bloody and cruel grin. He pulls a dark purple crystal from his heavy coat. This is the forbidden stone of absolute total ruin. He crushes the ugly gem with his bony old fingers. A massive wave of black magic explodes outward now. The dark energy bypasses my solid golden body shield. It shoots directly toward the massive hunter guild. My heart stops beating as I realize his evil plan. He is aiming directly at my perfect manager, Elara. I swing my heavy golden sword at his ugly old neck, but his body turns into a cloud of dark black smoke. You cannot buy what is already dead, you foolish boy. His evil voice echoes across the ruined dark sky now. I will destroy everything that you love and cherish. I fall back to the broken stone street very quickly. The black magic strikes the heavy steel guild doors. My automated defense turrets explode into tiny bits. The invisible energy shield shatters like thin glass. I run toward the burning building with absolute fear. My golden boots crush the dead goblin bones to dust. I push the heavy broken metal doors open with force. The grand lobby is covered in thick black dark smoke. The expensive marble floor is completely ruined now. I hear a soft groan coming from the deep dark corner. I rush over and find Elara lying on the cold stones. Her beautiful white uniform is torn and very bloody. The silver necklace I gave her is cracked and broken. It blocked the deadly curse, but lost all its magic. I kneel beside her and hold her soft, shaking hands. Elara, please open your bright green eyes right now. She coughs up dark blood and looks at me with pain. I am so sorry, Arthur, I could not protect the guild. I feel a massive wave of pure anger burn in my soul. You did a perfect job, Elara. You saved your own life. I open the system interface to buy a healing potion. I click on the legendary red elixir of absolute life. But a red error message blocks my digital screen now. Your bank accounts are frozen by a council sanction. Global asset lock initiated by the Dark Grandmaster. You cannot spend any gold coins for exactly 1 hour. I stare at the glowing red text with pure blind rage. The corrupt council used a dirty legal trick on me. They froze my infinite wealth with a dark blood pact. I am totally cut off from my massive digital fortune. I cannot buy weapons or healing items from the shop. I hold Elara close to my chest as she shivers cold. Her breathing becomes very shallow and extremely weak. Arthur, it hurts so much, she whispers in a low voice. I will not let you die here, I promise you right now. I look around the ruined lobby for any useful items. Kael and his fat father are hiding under a big desk. They survived the dark blast by hiding like cowards. Lord Vane laughs loudly at my current weak position. Your money cannot save you now, you dirty little rat. The Grandmaster will destroy your entire fake empire. I ignore the fat fool and focus on my dying manager. I need to bypass the system lock and heal her wounds. I close my eyes and dive deep into my own magic core. The system is a tool, but my mana is absolutely mine. I have 10 years of stored magic power inside my soul. I do not need to buy a potion to save her sweet life. I place my glowing right hand over her bleeding chest. I force my pure golden mana directly into her body. The raw magic energy burns my own veins with deep pain. I grit my teeth and push more power into her wound. The dark curse fights back against my golden light. It feels like I am touching a massive burning fire. But I refuse to lose the only person who was kind. I pour every single drop of my love into her heart. The dark purple poison slowly fades from her veins. Her pale skin regains its beautiful warm pink color. The deep cuts on her arms close up and heal totally. She takes a deep breath and opens her bright eyes. The pain is gone, Arthur, she whispers with a soft smile. I sigh with absolute relief and hug her very tightly. I thought I lost you, Elara, I say in a shaking voice. She wraps her soft arms around my broad, strong back. I will never leave your side, my brave and noble king. Her sweet words give me a massive surge of new hope. I gently help her stand up from the cold, dirty floor. The crisis is not over, but my mind is perfectly clear. I look at the red system warning floating in the air. My gold is frozen, but my physical assets are mine. I own the secret dungeon lands and the magic mines. I open the Hidden Property tab in my digital menu. I select the massive diamond mine in the dark north. I choose the option to liquidate physical property. The system warns me about a massive financial loss. Selling assets during a freeze incurs a huge penalty. I lose 90% of the total value instantly. But I do not care about losing some fake shiny rocks. I need liquid funds to destroy the Global Council now. I confirm the emergency sale with a fast finger tap. The diamond mine is sold to a neutral system broker. 1 billion gold coins bypass the dark magic freeze. The red error message shatters into tiny digital bits. My massive bank account is active and ready for war. I smile coldly and open the legendary weapon market. I am going to buy the most illegal items in the world. I purchase the armor of the fallen Dark Star Emperor. It costs exactly 500 million gold coins now. A pillar of black and gold light strikes my tall body. Heavy dark metal plates wrap around my strong muscles. A majestic dark cape falls down to my golden boots. My power level breaks through the absolute limit cap. I am no longer just a wealthy and strong merchant king. I am the absolute god of war and infinite destruction. Elara looks at my new armor with pure, deep admiration. "You look incredibly powerful, Arthur," she says softly. I summon my golden sword, and it transforms instantly. The blade turns into a massive dark star greatsword. It radiates a terrifying aura of pure, heavy gravity. I turn my head and look at Kael and his fat father. They are shaking with absolute terror under the desk. Lord Vane tries to crawl away like a fat, dirty slug. I point my dark sword at them and use gravity magic. An invisible force crushes them against the cold floor. They scream in agony as their bones crack very loudly. You thought a simple bank freeze could defeat me now. You severely underestimated the ultimate wealth system. I am going to make you watch me destroy your masters. I lift the heavy gravity spell so they can breathe. Kael spits out dark blood and cries like a weak baby. Please spare us, Arthur. We will be your loyal slaves. I ignore their pathetic lies and walk to the doors. The city outside is burning from the dragon attacks. The Grand Master is destroying the homes of the poor. He wants to punish the citizens for cheering my name. I step out onto the broken stone steps of the guild. The night sky is completely covered in dark red smoke. My stone golem army is fighting the giant monsters. They are brave, but the dark magic melts their rock. I need to mobilize the true power of my vast empire. I activate the global broadcasting artifact once more. My voice echoes through every street and every home. Citizens of this city, hear my absolute command now. The corrupt council has betrayed you all here today. They burn your warm homes and kill your innocent kids. I am offering a massive bounty on every single monster. I will pay 1,000 gold coins for a goblin head. I will pay 1 million gold coins for a dragon core. Do not hide in the shadows like scared little mice. Take up your sharp swords and fight for your own lives. I will fund your absolute victory with my endless gold. The entire city goes completely silent for 1 second. Then, a massive, deafening roar echoes across the sky. The ordinary people are no longer afraid of the dark. They grab pitchforks and old rusty hunting swords now. My system interface lights up with thousands of pings. Every citizen has accepted my massive global bounty. I watch as a group of angry bakers attack a goblin. They beat the ugly green monster with heavy iron pans. The system instantly transfers gold into their pockets. The magic coins give them a temporary strength boost. My wealth is literally empowering the entire big city. I am turning ordinary weak peasants into superheroes. The Grand Master watches this from his bone dragon. He screams in pure absolute fury and waves his staff. This is completely impossible, you dirty cheating rat. You cannot buy the loyalty of the common street trash. I fly up into the air and hover right in front of him. They are not trash, Grand Master. They are my investors. I swing my Dark Star greatsword with massive force. A wave of black gravity magic slices the bone dragon. The giant undead beast shatters into 1,000,000 pieces. The Grandmaster falls through the dark, empty, cold air. He casts a flight spell and stops his deadly fall. He glares at me with pure hate in his ugly old eyes. You have ruined the noble traditions of this world. I will summon the ancient dark god to consume you. He pulls out a black scroll dripping with dark blood. This is the forbidden contract of the Deep Abyss Lord. He tears the scroll open and chants a dark magic spell. The sky rips open and a massive black portal appears. A terrifying aura of pure death leaks from the portal. Giant red eyes stare down at me from the dark void. The Abyss Lord demands a massive sacrifice of souls. The Grandmaster laughs like a totally crazy old fool. He points his dark staff at the burning city below us. Take the souls of these pathetic peasants, mighty Lord. Destroy this fake king and restore my absolute power. A massive dark hand reaches out from the black portal. It aims directly for the brave citizens fighting below. I cannot let this dark monster kill my loyal people. I dash forward with my absolute maximum magic speed. I position my body right between the hand and the city. I raise my dark great sword to block the massive hand. The impact is heavy and shakes my strong, solid bones. My new dark armor groans under the extreme pressure. The Abyss Lord is stronger than any S-rank boss now. I grit my teeth and push back with all my raw power. The system flashes a critical red warning in my eyes. Warning: physical strength is insufficient for defense. Recommend immediate massive financial intervention. I smile through the pain and open the ultimate shop. If I cannot beat him with muscle, I will use my gold. I search for the Cosmic Debt Collection legal scroll. It is the most expensive item in the entire universe. It costs exactly 10 billion pure solid gold coins. I buy it without a single second of hesitation today. A glowing golden scroll appears in my left free hand. I unroll the magic document and hold it up to the sky. "Hey, you ugly dark god," I shout with a very loud voice. "You are operating an illegal portal in my airspace. You have not paid the cosmic toll for this dimension. I am officially seizing your massive dark magic body." The golden scroll erupts with a blinding bright light. Massive chains of pure gold shoot into the dark sky. They wrap around the black hand of the dark Abyss Lord. The dark god roars in absolute confusion and deep pain. The golden chains pull the massive hand back upward. The cosmic debt magic is an absolute universal law. Even a god must pay his taxes in my perfect new world. The Grandmaster watches in pure, absolute deep horror. His ultimate trump card was defeated by a legal fine. "No, this is completely impossible," he screams in panic. "You cannot tax a god, you insane and stupid cleaner." I fly directly toward the terrified old Grandmaster. I grab him by the throat with my strong, heavy hand. "I can tax anyone who steps on my property, old fool." I squeeze his thin neck and cut off his dark magic. The black portal in the sky closes with a loud boom. The dark night sky is suddenly clear and full of stars. The city below cheers loudly as the dark threat ends. My brave citizens have killed all the giant monsters. The streets are covered in dead goblins and dragons. I look at the Grandmaster struggling in my tight grip. "You have completely failed to destroy my grand empire. Your corrupt council is weak and totally useless now. I am going to take everything from your greedy hands." I throw him down toward the broken city street below. He crashes into the hard stone and breaks his bones. He is still alive, but he cannot use any magic spells. I float down slowly and land perfectly on my boots. Elara runs out of the guild building with a big smile. She completely ignores the danger and hugs me tightly. "You saved the entire city, Arthur," she cries with joy. I wrap my strong arms around her and hold her close. "We saved the city, Elara," I correct her with a smile. "Your bravery inspired me to fight past my own limits." She blushes deeply and looks into my bright blue eyes. "I will follow you to the end of the world, my king." I nod my head and look at the defeated Grandmaster. He is crawling on the street like a crushed dark bug. My system interface pings with a massive new update. The Global Council has declared total absolute war. They mass their entire army at the high capital now. Millions of corrupt knights prepare to march on us. I smile coldly and open the guild command menu now. I am not going to sit here and wait for their attack. We are going to take the fight directly to their door. I buy a massive global teleportation magic circle. It costs another 1 billion gold coins, but I do not care. A giant glowing blue ring appears around the city. I am going to teleport my entire army to the capital. The ultimate final battle for the world begins today. I raise my dark sword and point it at the magic ring. My loyal citizens gather around me with bright smiles. They hold their bloody weapons high up in the cold air. "We are ready to follow you to hell, my lord," they shout. I look at the brave faces of these ordinary people. They were just simple bakers and farmers yesterday. Now they are the absolute strongest army in the world. My endless gold has given them the power to fight back. I turn to Elara and gently hold her soft, warm hands. "You will stay here and manage the city while I am gone." She shakes her head and grips my dark metal armor hard. "I am your manager and I will stand by your side today." I smile and open the system shop to buy her a weapon. I buy the legendary silver bow of the moon goddess. It appears in my hand with a soft white magic glow. I hand the beautiful glowing bow to my brave manager. She takes it, and a silver aura wraps around her body. "Thank you, Arthur. I will shoot down all of your enemies." I look at the massive blue magic ring around the city. It hums with absolute raw power and pure cosmic energy. The corrupt council thinks they can hide in the castle. They think their thick stone walls will keep them safe, but I own the ground that their big castle sits upon. I open the system menu to check my final bank stats. My liquid wealth is currently at 20 billion coins. It is more than enough to buy the entire noble army. I walk to the front of my massive stone golem legion. The giant rock monsters bow their heavy heads to me. I raise my dark sword and point it at the magic ring. It is time to end this corrupt system once and for all. I pour my golden mana directly into the teleport spell. The blue light flashes and blinds my dark enemies now. I feel the sensation of flying through empty space. In exactly 1 second, the teleportation is complete. We appear directly outside the massive capital walls. The noble fortress is built on a giant floating island. 1 million dark knights stand on the high stone walls. They aim their magic cannons directly at my loyal army. The supreme leader of the council steps to the balcony. He wears a crown made of pure white glowing diamonds. "You are a fool to come here, Arthur," he shouts loudly. "This fortress is protected by the ancient god barrier. No amount of dirty gold coins can break these walls." I laugh so hard that my dark armor shakes with force. "I do not need to break your walls, you stupid old fool." I open the system interface and select the fortress. The digital screen shows the exact price of the base. It costs exactly 15 billion gold coins to buy it. I press the glowing buy button with absolute pure joy. The system deducts the massive amount from my account. A giant golden light wraps around the entire fortress. The supreme leader gasps in absolute terror and shock. The ancient god barrier instantly changes its color. It turns from dark red into a very bright, shining gold. The automated defense cannons turn around very quickly. They aim directly at the dark knight standing inside. I float up into the air and look down at the leader. "You are trespassing on my private property, old man. I am officially evicting you from my new flying island." The leader falls to his knees and drops his big crown. The dark knights drop their sharp swords in total fear. My citizens cheer loudly from behind my strong back. The final battle is going to be an absolute massacre. I order the fortress cannons to fire a warning shot. A massive beam of golden light strikes the dark sky. The sound is so loud it shakes the entire Big Island. Surrender right now, or I will vaporize you all today. The Supreme Leader cries and begs for my divine mercy. Please do not kill me, Arthur. I will give you my crown. I fly down and land directly on his fancy balcony. I grab the diamond crown from his weak, shaking hands. I crush the ancient artifact into dust with my grip. I do not need your cheap toys to prove my real power. Elara flies up to the balcony using her new magic bow. She points a glowing silver arrow at the fallen leader. You hurt my king, and now you will pay the final price. I gently lower her bow and give her a very warm smile. Do not dirty your hands with his pathetic dark blood. We will make him work as a cleaner in the deep mines. The ultimate revenge is making them live my old life. I turn around and look at my massive, victorious army. The war is won, but the real work is just beginning now. I must rebuild this entire world from the ground up. I will create a perfect system where nobody is hungry. I will use my infinite wealth to heal every sick child. But first, I need to deal with the true final boss here. A massive red portal opens up inside the royal throne. The god of this world has finally noticed my presence. He wants to take back the system that he gave me today. I grip my dark greatsword and step toward the red gate. Let him come. I will buy his divine soul very quickly. I grip my dark star greatsword and step forward now. The massive red portal pulses with dark, angry magic. The god of this world steps out of the glowing gate. He wears a crown of pure white fire and dark silver. His eyes burn like twin suns in the dark, empty room. You are a dirty thief, he says with a very loud voice. I gave you that system to entertain me for a decade. I never expected a weak, dirty janitor to break rules. I smile coldly and rest the heavy blade on my strong back. Your rules were completely rigged from the very start. You wanted me to suffer and die in that dirty guild. But I used your tiny digital game to buy this world. The god laughs and the entire floating island shakes. You cannot buy a god, you pathetic little mortal bug. I am the absolute creator of every single gold coin. I will erase your bank account and delete your soul. He raises his glowing right hand to cast a dark spell. A massive wave of divine white fire rushes toward me. I do not even blink as the deadly heat approaches me. I open my system interface and buy a cosmic shield. It costs exactly 2 billion gold coins to activate. A giant wall of solid diamond appears in front of me. The divine fire crashes into my expensive barricade. The flames scatter harmlessly into the dark, cold sky. The creator god stares at my shield with pure shock. That is completely impossible, he whispers in total awe. Nothing is impossible when you have infinite wealth. I swing my dark star great sword with massive force. A heavy wave of black gravity magic cuts the thick air. The god tries to dodge, but the gravity pulls him down. He crashes heavily onto the broken white marble floor. His crown of white fire flickers and dies instantly. I walk slowly toward him with my heavy golden boots. 10 years ago, I was begging for a tiny piece of bread. You watched me freeze in the dark, dirty city alleys. You laughed when the arrogant hunters kicked my ribs. Now you are crawling at my feet like a pathetic rat. The god roars in blind fury and stands up very fast. He summons a massive spear of pure, bright lightning. I will destroy this entire planet and start over now. He throws the deadly spear directly at the city below. My loyal citizens watch the falling light with terror. I cannot let him kill my brave and innocent investors. I dash forward and catch the lightning with my hand. The divine energy burns my skin with terrible, deep pain. My dark star armor absorbs the massive magical shock. I crush the lightning spear into tiny, harmless sparks. The god steps back with absolute fear in his old eyes. How can a mere human possess such terrifying raw power? I am not just a human, I am the ultimate capitalist. I open the global system market and search his name. Every god has a hidden cosmic debt from creation time. They borrow raw universal energy to build new worlds. I find his official digital file in the secret shop. He owes the Cosmic Bank exactly 50 billion coins. I smile cruelly and press the bright golden buy button. A system error message flashes across my blue screen. Divine targets require a physical mana connection now. I need to break his holy aura before I buy his debt. The god realizes my plan and wraps himself in light. You cannot touch me behind this absolute holy barrier. He begins to chant a forbidden spell of total ruin. The sky turns blood red and the massive island shakes. The dark red sky crackles with dangerous black magic. The wind howls like a dying beast in the cold, empty air. The citizens of the city scream in absolute pure terror. They think the world is going to end in just 1 minute. The arrogant god laughs as his dark holy spell gets huge. You cannot stop the apocalypse, you pathetic little boy. I will turn everything you love into dark gray cold ash. I grip my heavy sword and prepare to sacrifice my life. I will channel all my life force into one final strike. I am ready to die to protect Elara and my loyal people. I hit the holy barrier with my heavy dark greatsword. The blade bounces off the shield with a loud, loud bang. I strike it again and again, but it does not ever break. The spell is almost complete, and the world will end. Suddenly, a bright silver arrow hits the holy barrier. The arrow explodes into a massive cloud of pure moon. The divine shield cracks like a piece of cheap glass. I turn my head and see Elara standing on the balcony. She holds the silver bow with absolute perfect grace. Her bright green eyes shine with deep, pure, true love. "I will always protect my noble king," she shouts loudly. The god screams as his holy barrier shatters to dust. A dirty mortal woman broke my perfect divine defense. I do not give him a single second to recover his mana. I dash through the broken shield and grab his throat. My heavy golden hand crushes his glowing holy windpipe. The system confirms the physical mana connection today. I press the buy button on his cosmic debt file again. The transaction is instantly approved by the universe. A massive golden chain falls from the dark red sky. The heavy magic chain wraps around the fallen creator. His divine glowing aura is completely stripped away. He turns into an ordinary old man with very weak bones. He falls to his knees and coughs up dark red blood. "What have you done to my absolute infinite God power? I bought your massive debt and foreclosed your soul. You are completely bankrupt in every single dimension. You do not own this beautiful world anymore, old man. This entire planet is my personal private property now. The citizens of the city watch this on their screens. They see the arrogant creator god crying on the floor. They start cheering my name with absolute pure joy. Arthur, the true god of wealth, they yell very loudly. I look down at the pathetic old man crying at my feet. I open my magic inventory and pull out a dirty mop. I throw the wooden stick directly at his weak chest. "Pick it up and start cleaning my castle right now. You have 10 billion years of hard, dirty work ahead. The creator of the universe is now my lowest employee." He scrubs the dirty floor with tears in his old red eyes. I watch him miss a spot, and I kick the plastic bucket. Dirty, dark water spills all over his ruined silk clothes. "You missed a spot right there, you useless old blind fool." He whimpers and scrubs the wet marble with absolute fear. This is exactly how Kael treated me for 10 long years. Karma is a very beautiful and terrifying cosmic concept. The magic cameras broadcast his tears to the whole world. Nobody feels any pity for the corrupt and arrogant god. The former god grabs the dirty mop with shaking hands. He nods his head and starts wiping the broken marble. The ultimate public humiliation is finally complete. I turn away from him and walk toward my brave manager. Elara drops her silver bow and runs into my arms now. I hold her tightly and feel her warm heart beating. "You saved my life again, Elara," I whisper in her ear. "We saved our perfect world, Arthur," she replies softly. I look out over the balcony at the massive, bright city. The dark fires are totally gone and the sky is clear. My stone golem army stands proudly in the Grand Plaza. The citizens are celebrating their absolute freedom. I have completely destroyed the corrupt Hunter Council. I have punished the arrogant heroes who tortured me. Even the creator of this universe is my poor janitor. I open the global system menu and select the city map. I pour 1 billion gold coins into the repair fund now. Broken stone houses instantly rebuild themselves today. Shattered glass windows are replaced with shiny diamonds. The dark, dirty streets are paved with pure, solid silver. The citizens watch in absolute awe as their city shines. They dance in the silver streets and sing joyful songs. I am not just a ruler, I am their ultimate savior today. My social reputation points reach the absolute maximum. I unlock the final hidden title called the Benevolent God. I dismiss my heavy dark star armor with a fast thought. I am wearing my simple black magic suit once again now. I walk into the grand royal throne room of the castle. The walls are covered in pure gold and shiny diamonds. The massive throne is made of solid glowing red ruby. I sit down on the heavy throne and let out a deep sigh. The soft red velvet feels incredibly comfortable today. Elara stands right beside me with a bright, happy smile. She is the perfect queen for my massive global empire. I open the system interface to check my final rewards. A giant golden text box appears right in front of me. Main quest completed, you are the absolute world owner. All global assets are fully transferred to your name. Your total daily income is now 10 billion gold coins. I smile and close the glowing digital window quickly. I do not even need to look at the massive numbers now. Money is no longer my primary goal in this quiet life. I want to build a perfect society for my loyal people. I will open free magic schools for all the poor kids. I will build massive hospitals with absolute free care. Nobody will ever freeze in the dark, dirty city alleys. Nobody will ever scrub floors for arrogant rich fools. I look at the former supreme leader of the Dark Council. He is wiping the dusty glass windows with a dirty rag. His diamond crown is gone, and his silk suit is ruined. Lord Vane and Kael are scrubbing the royal toilets now. I installed magic cameras in every single bathroom here. The entire world can watch them clean the dirty toilets. It is the most popular television show in the universe. I lean back in my heavy throne and close my tired eyes. I remember the pain of the cold, dirty water on my hands. I remember the cruel insults and the sharp, heavy kicks. Those 10 years of silent suffering made me a true god. Patience is the absolute greatest weapon in the world. Elara gently places her soft, warm hand on my shoulder. Arthur, the city mayors are waiting for your new orders. I open my eyes and look at her beautiful, bright smile. Tell them to double the daily wages for every worker. Tell them to cut the heavy taxes down to absolute zero. We have more than enough gold to fund the entire globe. She nods her head and types the orders into her tablet. You are truly a kind and generous ruler, my great king. I am just a simple businessman taking care of my assets. A happy worker is a very productive worker in the end. Suddenly, the grand royal doors swing open with a crash. A young messenger boy runs into the massive throne room. He is breathing very heavily and his face is quite pale. He falls to his knees and bows his small head to me now. Please forgive my sudden intrusion, almighty rich lord. I wave my hand and grant him permission to speak freely. A massive, unknown flying ship just entered our airspace. It does not belong to any kingdom on this entire planet. I frown and open my global system radar map right away. A giant red dot is moving rapidly toward my grand city. The ship is made of pure black metal and glowing green. I tap the red dot to scan its magical power level today. The system interface flashes with a strange new warning. Error target belongs to a rival multiversal corporation. They are a hostile takeover fleet from the Void Galaxy. I stare at the blue screen and a cold smile forms fast. It seems my total monopoly has attracted some bad rivals. They think they can steal my perfect world by pure force. They do not know that I am the ultimate capitalist king. I stand up from the ruby throne and summon my dark sword. The heavy blade glows with a terrifying black magic aura. Elara grabs her silver bow and stands right next to me. "Are we going to war again, Arthur?" she asks with a smile. "We are not going to war, Elara. We are doing big business. I am going to buy their entire alien fleet right now, and then I will fire every single one of their bosses." I walk out to the grand balcony and look at the deep sky. The giant black alien ship breaks through the white clouds. It casts a massive dark shadow over my beautiful city. Green laser cannons aim directly at my floating castle. A loud mechanical voice echoes across the entire sky. "Surrender your planet to the Galactic Trade Union now. If you resist, we will vaporize your entire population." I just laugh loudly and open my global broadcast tool. I project my massive golden hologram into the dark sky. "You are parking in a private cosmic zone without a pass. The fine for illegal parking is your entire massive ship." I open the system market and check my infinite balance. My wealth is constantly growing from my global income. I buy an absolute planetary defense shield right away. A massive dome of solid gold energy covers the planet. The alien ship fires its green lasers at my new shield. The deadly beams bounce off and hit their own left wing. The massive dark ship shakes violently from the impact. The mechanical voice sounds very confused and panicked. Error planetary defense exceeds maximum Union limits now. I snap my fingers and teleport directly onto their deck. Elara teleports right beside me with her bow drawn back. We are standing on the dark metal bridge of the big ship. Dozens of alien soldiers point their laser rifles at us. The alien soldiers wear heavy armor made of dark plasma. Their weapons hum with a deadly radioactive green energy. I do not feel any fear as I stare at their shiny rifles. My dark star armor can easily deflect their cheap lasers. Elara stands tall and aims her silver bow at the captain. The silver magic arrow glows with the power of the moon. "If you move a single muscle, I will shoot your ugly head." The alien soldiers hiss and prepare to fire their guns. But the captain raises his scaly hand to stop his men. He steps forward and glares at me with his red, cold eyes. They look like tall, gray lizards with cybernetic eyes. The alien captain walks forward with a very angry hiss. "You cannot defeat the Galactic Trade Union, poor human. We own 1,000,000 planets and we have infinite resources." I smile and pull out my glowing golden system contract. "You do not have infinite resources, you stupid lizard. I just bought your entire union for 50 trillion coins." The alien captain stares at me with absolute pure shock. "That is totally impossible," he hisses with deep terror. The main computer on the ship suddenly beeps very loud. Alert hostile corporate takeover is totally successful. All Union assets now belong to the ultimate wealth king. The alien soldiers drop their rifles and fall to knees. They know exactly what happens to poor, fired employees. I look at the alien captain and point to the dark floor. "Grab a mop, lizard, because this dirty deck needs a wash." The alien ship radar detects a massive dimensional rift. A giant portal made of pure white light opens in the sky. A man wearing a suit of solid platinum steps out slowly. He holds a glowing silver briefcase in his right hand. "I am the CEO of the infinite multiverse," he says loudly. "You are disrupting my cosmic monopoly, you dirty, weak rat." I laugh and point my dark star greatsword at his chest. "I am the new owner of this universe and I do not sell." The Platinum Man opens his glowing silver magic briefcase. Millions of tiny robotic drones fly out into the cold air. They form a massive mechanical dragon in the dark sky. The dragon breathes a beam of pure, destructive dark matter. I activate my global wealth shield to block the deadly beam. The impact shakes the entire alien ship and the planet. Elara shoots a volley of silver arrows at the giant beast. The arrows pierce the mechanical armor and cause sparks. The Platinum Man glares at Elara with absolute pure hate. "I will delete your pathetic little manager," he screams out. He snaps his fingers and a void portal opens behind her. I dash forward with my absolute maximum physical speed. I push Elara out of the way just before the portal closes. The void energy cuts a deep burning gash in my left arm. I ignore the terrible pain and focus my golden pure mana. "You made a very big mistake touching my manager today." I open the multiverse market and search for his company. His corporation is called the Infinite Void Syndicate now. Their total market cap is exactly 100 trillion. I do not have enough liquid gold to buy his company now. But I am the ultimate financial genius of my home planet. I know exactly how to crash a massive corporate market. I use my global broadcast tool to contact his investors. I offer them a massive return if they sell their shares. I promise to double their profits in exactly 1 minute. The greedy investors of the Void Galaxy instantly agree. They dump all their shares into the open cosmic market. The stock price of the Infinite Void Syndicate crashes. The Platinum Man watches his digital tablet in pure shock. His total net worth drops to absolute zero in 10 seconds. "No, this is completely illegal, you market manipulator." I laugh and buy the bankrupt company for 1 single coin. The massive mechanical dragon instantly turns into dust. The Platinum Man loses his shiny suit and falls down hard. He is wearing nothing but dirty gray peasant underwear. I walk over to him and hand him a very dirty wooden mop. "Welcome to the Janitor Squad, you arrogant cosmic fool. You will clean the alien ship until it shines perfectly." The Platinum Man cries and starts mopping the dark deck. I turn back to Elara, and she heals my wounded left arm. "You really are the most dangerous man in the multiverse." I smile and kiss her soft, warm forehead with deep love. "I am just protecting my investments and my lovely queen." We teleport back to the grand royal throne room quickly. The citizens are still cheering loudly in the big plaza. They do not even know I just saved the entire multiverse. I sit down on my heavy ruby throne and relax my muscles. The ultimate wealth system goes completely silent today. There are no more enemies left to challenge my grand rule. I have conquered the world and the stars with pure gold, from a pathetic, dirty janitor to the absolute cosmic god. It was a very long and painful journey, but I finally won. I look at my clean hands and remember the painful scars. Those scars are gone, but the memory will always remain. I will never forget